A brand new business has arrived in GTA Online, this being a taxi service. This is part of the drip-fed content for the Drug Wars updates that recently arrived in GTA Online at the end of 2022. Now today's video is going to be going over this new taxi business. We're going to be going over my first impressions, and this will be a complete guide to the business. So to start things off, we're going to look at the Rockstar Newswire and see what they have to say about this new business in GTA Online. If you're looking to familiarize yourself with the nooks and crannies of metropolitan Los Santos and the outlying areas, there's no better way than picking up customers and chauffeuring them to their destinations with taxi work. While it may not have the allure of a career as a Snapmatic influencer, the prestige of Vinewood stardom, or the infamy of being the state's preeminent weapons trafficker, there's something to be said for those who take on this role that's vital to the city's lifeblood. Visit the downtown Cabco depot on the corner of Tangerine Street and Mirror Park Boulevard in East Vinewood to get cracking. Veteran arena warriors who reached sponsorship tier 25 can also use their special red version of the taxi to complete fares. Drivers who aren't ready to purchase their own cab can still launch taxi work by showing up for duty at Downtown Cab Co. Complete 10 taxi work jobs in a row to earn the Taxi Star Award and unlock the trade price for the new taxi. Players on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S can take advantage of several new destinations that have been added to Downtown Cabco's taxi service with a special new skip to destination fast travel service. Call Downtown Cabco on your iFruit to request a taxi, let your driver know where you're headed, and hit skip to destination to beat the traffic. And GTA Plus members can really put the skip to destination service into overdrive with just a 5-minute wait in between trips. So that is everything that Rockstar have to say on this new business in GTA Online, so let's quickly break that down. So we know that there is a location that you have to visit to be able to start this business. We know that if you complete 10 taxi work jobs in a row, then you will earn the Taxi Star Awards and unlock the trade price for the new taxi. So there we go. We also know that there is a new taxi vehicle. And we also know that for the next generation consoles, there is a skip to destination fast travel service for this taxi business. Now there is a cooldown for this, but if you do have GTA Plus, which I really don't recommend, but if you do, then this cooldown is lower and it's just a 5-minute wait in between trips. So that is pretty much everything that we have from Rockstar for this new taxi business. So let's now actually hop into the game and try this out for ourselves. So here we are in GTA Online. Now we are on the PlayStation 5 version of the game here, and yeah, we're in a lobby, and as you can see over here, we do indeed have the location for this business. So this is the Downtown Cab Co. As I said in that newswire, this is the place we have to go to be able to get started on the work. So yeah, I mean, may as well just head over there now. There's not really anything else to do. So yeah, let's just go and head over there. So here we are, and as you can see, we just got a text message there as we've got close here, and it says to visit Downtown Co to access new taxi work. So yeah, here it is. Now this was here before, and obviously in the story mode you can actually complete taxi work, but you can never do that in online. So it's basically what we're getting here. So as it says, a little ring here. So oh no, that's that'll be arm wrestling. So let's go over here. Oh, okay. So we need to disband. Okay, and now we can start taxi work. That's interesting, actually. Usually for businesses, you always have to be in a CEO or MC. So it's interesting that you don't have to be for that. So it says that it's now open for business, and you can begin taxi work from here, earn additional income, and yeah, so there we go. Taxi work can also be accessed by pressing R3 when driving a taxi you own. So it has to be a taxi that you own to be able to do that. Okay, so here we are, and we are in a taxi, and this is taxi work and take customers to their destination. So I'm guessing this is just an example of a mission, right? So as we, yeah, so we've got a location there for a customer. I should be able to go on the map and put a waypoint there. Cool. Okay, so let's go over there. Okay, so we're closing in on the location now. As you can see, we should just have the customer over here. Yeah, and then we just need to signal the old horn, and yeah, they'll get in. Okay, cool. Okay, so then obviously we have to take them to their destination. Since, you know, well, that's how a taxi works. Otherwise, we just wouldn't be doing our job. So yeah, we'll be able to go over here, and this is how the missions work. And as you can see in the bottom right there, we've got a fare and a tip. So I assume the better we drive, then the better the tip will be. And I assume the fare is obviously the distance. So that's how much you'll earn depending on how far the destination is, if that makes sense. So yeah, we can just head over there now, and I'll see you guys over there. Okay, so here we are, closing in on the location. I've missed the turning there. That's nice. Okay, so just go back around here, and there we go. And that was one complete, and that's an easy, very easy $1,000 right there. Now, as you can see, we've done 1 fare, and as we did know from that newswire, we actually do get, we get an award for completing 10 in a row. And as you can see, this puts us straight into the next one. So once again, we just go over to this location, and I'll see you guys over there. So here we are at the location of the customer, pretty much. We can just go a little bit further here, and there they are. So then once again, signal the horn, and they'll get in. And then we take them to their destination, and then that'll be that done, and we get some easy money right there. So once again, yeah, I'll see you guys over at the destination. So here we are, closing in on the location. Now I'll see, 1 or 2 crashes, but it works. We got there, right? Okay, so there we go, and that's another one complete. And as you can see, it just says to wait for a dispatch, and then we'll get put straight into another one. But obviously, if we just hit triangle, then we'll be able to exit these, and we'll be able to just get straight out of them, if that makes sense. So we can literally just exit as you can see, just hold down triangle, and then we'll be able to exit the business, and that'll be done. So we earned a total of 2,000 for completing 2 fares, and that was very quick, as you can see. I mean, that literally just took a matter of minutes, really, just, 2 or 3. We're able to get an easy $2,000. Obviously, it's by no means at all the best business in the game for earning money, but it's a bit of extra content there, and it's something that Rockstar could easily add to the game, since pretty much everything was already there from the story mode. But yeah, that was just a quick first impressions. That was my first time going through it, and as you can see, there was some, pretty standard stuff there, and as I mentioned, we see that in the story mode. Actually, we are able to do that in story mode, and it's nice to see that come over to online. So yeah, those are my first impressions of this business. So obviously that was the actual taxi business itself. Now you do have the option to get another taxi vehicle, which you can get by getting to level 25 of the arena war, but we can actually, since we're on the next generation, the expanded enhanced version of the game, we do actually have the option to fast travel. Now this fast travel is obviously exclusive to next generation version, but if we just call downtown cab code, then we should be able to just straight up go and fast travel. Now obviously there are certain cooldowns, but you are able to, there are certain cooldowns, but you are able to reduce these if you do have GTA Plus. But I do not at all recommend getting GTA Plus. And as you can see, all we have to do was call them, and then we've got a taxi right here, so we can just go ahead and get in, and this will be the classic sort of taxi. The way the taxis have always worked in GTA Online. Now we can just pick any of these points of interest. We can just go to Palito Bay, and we can choose the destination. Now, and then as you can see, we have the option to skip. Now, before there is only the option to hurry and to stop, but if we just hit X and we skip, then we're going to put straight over there. Now, obviously, this isn't available on the last generation consoles. It should be available on PC, but Rockstar decided, not to add the expanded enhanced version over there yet. But obviously, on the next gen consoles, that would take a long time just to load over there, so it's probably something not worth it. But as you can see, that's an easy option to fast travel. That is way quicker than just going over to the location. Now, obviously, if you're in a mission, then it's not really going to work. But that is what you can do if you're going to get from point A to point B. Let's say your arcade's over here, and you need to be able to get to your arcade to be able to start a setup. Then, you can literally just do that, and you can go over to Palito Bay, and you'll be right next to your arcade. And that's an easy way to fast travel if you're on, for example, if you're just in the city. And that's, yeah, I think that's a pretty cool feature, and it's definitely something to keep in mind, and it's something that may be useful at now and then. So first off there, you saw my first impressions of this GTA Online taxi business and going over and starting it for the first time. And then you also saw how to fast travel on the next generation version of the game, that being on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S. And hopefully we'll get that on PC at some points, but at the moment that isn't a feature over there. And to be honest, that's everything you need to know for this business. It's completely free to get into. Of course, you can get the other taxi vehicle, and you can get that by getting to rank 25 in the arena war. Now, would I recommend grinding for that taxi? Probably not. To be honest, it's really not that worth it, considering the payouts in the business aren't that high. Then to be honest, you're pretty, you're good just sticking to using the standard taxi within the business. To be honest, I don't really see the, the real need to go ahead and get the other vehicle. But if you want to, then of course that's an option, and that's something you can do in the game. So as you saw, in terms of the missions, they're very similar. You just go over to the location, pick up the customer, and then you take that customer to where they want to go, essentially. And obviously you want to make sure that you're taking as little damage as possible to get the highest tip and the highest payout possible. But to be honest, the payout is so small to the point where it doesn't really matter. If you were to go through this, the one thing I would say to do is to try at some point and complete 10 in a row, just to get that award done, since you may as well. And that way, I would say you're making the most out of this new taxi business. Of course, it's by no means the best business in the game at all, but it's something fun to have on the side. And like I did say during my first impressions there, I just think it's pretty cool that we're just getting this from story mode, since it's an easy thing for Rockstar to add, and they have gone ahead and done it. And it's a nice little business to have in the game. So there you go, that was a a complete guide to this new taxi business in GTA Online. I would love to hear your thoughts on this business down in the comments below. Like I've mentioned, personally, I think it's pretty cool just to get this from the story mode, really, and to have that implemented into online. I think they've done a good job of implementing that. So yeah, those are my thoughts really on it, and those are my first impressions, along with a complete guide to how the missions work and everything like that. So if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any content just like this. I recently did a video going over the GTA trilogy in 2023, and the link to that video is actually on your screen now, so I was just going ahead and checking that video out, since to be honest it was pretty cool to go ahead and visit those remasters again in 2023 and see how they hold up. So I would really recommend going ahead and checking that video out. A link is on the screen now.